U.S. congressional members Karen Bass and Congressman Meeks hosted the Africa Forum on Famine.
For the 3 African countries, Somalia, South Sudan, Northeastern Nigeria, and as well as Yemen, 20 million people impacted. That's 20 million people impacted by famine and food insecurity. And as was mentioned earlier, some are describing this as possibly the largest humanitarian crisis since the United Nations was founded in 1945.
One of the most significant points that each panelist made over and over again is that, yes, we have to address the crisis today, but it would be extremely short-sighted if we didn't have a more in-depth, long-term response, because given our world, the level of technology, science, all of the advancement, we should not be sitting in the 21st century even talking about famine.
I am appalled at the number of women and children that are now literally in the line of hunger, fire, and it is something that we cannot tolerate again.
Expert panelists gave detailed accounts of the challenges surrounding famine in the continent of Africa, specifically Somalia, South Sudan, and northeastern Nigeria.
It's not the response. It's not waiting until you have a problem. It's how do you enhance the capacity of African nations to not only produce more food, but to process more food, to develop their markets. What are the key actions in each of those countries and regions where you can tweak a little bit with a little bit of resources and actually have a tremendous impact?
When you have populations that are more or rather than less satisfied where they are because they have the ability to take care of their mothers and fathers, can take care of their children, can feed them, can educate them, can house them, can be less afraid when they are out walking to the store to do whatever it is they get, given whatever type of store it is in their environment. That society is less susceptible to conflict.
Those who attended the forum gave their opinions and expressed their concerns regarding famine in the continent of Africa.
I mean, if you look at where transformative projects are active in Africa, you have to look at China and the BRICS and the Silk Road. I mean, they're building railroads in Kenya, railroads in Ethiopia, which I was on, railroads in Nigeria. We're not doing that. This gives people jobs. This gives people economic development. This gives people hope for the future.
Why is it that the conflicts are still in Africa? As much as people are fighting to eat, we have big companies there doing mining, making money. We have big companies there getting oil, selling oil. Why can't you tell these big companies, especially to General Ward, happy to see you again, how can we work on this to make sure there is no conflict in Africa? I want to work with you.
The issues surrounding famine in Somalia, South Sudan, and northeastern Nigeria are great. Experts from the U.S. are speaking out against the issue and are looking forward to the next session to discuss this very troubling issue in the continent of Africa. From Washington, Maria Bird, Channel Television News.